What's up, guys? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today, I'm going to do a health report on one. It's an update just to see where we're at. Are we still in a good position? It is still in the Fibonacci range to finish a retrace and turn back to bullish, or are we in a total market reversal? Stay tuned, and I will tell you all about it. Alright guys, first and foremost, let's get the obvious out of the way first. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. You should not be making trades based off the advice of some guy on the internet. Please do your own due diligence and realize that you are trading at your own risk. Alright guys, with the disclaimer out of the way, I'm going to lead with the good news. We're still well within standard retrace range. Now, I know initially when we first started talking about one, we were looking at 14.75 at that 38.2 line. We were looking here and we were like, okay, we're holding this, we're tapping it, we're touching it. We had a single wick down to the 50% line, and bounced right back up, and we held support here at 38.2, and then we had just really weird market action. The whole market Saturday dropped 10-15%, whatever the case was, and then it tried to rebound a little bit and it dropped again. So with that being said, we dropped down and stopped right around the 50% retracement. Now we're heading down towards the 61.8% retracement. 50 and 61.8 are the most standard and typical retracement levels to get to. The way it looked here initially for about a week straight is that we just weren't going to break the 38.2, and it was going to be a good position to get in, and we would break it out of this kind of bullish falling wedge. Obviously that was not the case when the whole market fell that extra percent. You go from 38.2 down to 50%, that's an additional just under 12% loss, and then that's where we dropped, and then we hit a second drop again, and it was a quick fall again on Monday. So here we've now touched resistance at 50%. Once we drop below that line, it becomes a resistance line. I think that we will follow this wedge, this dynamic support. I don't think that we will finish a day at the 61.8 line. I think if we can get a wick, if you can get a wick at 10.25 or 10.50, if you set a buy order there, I think you're going to get this coin at its lowest possible price, and you're going to catch it on the rebound. We're going to look to break out of this wedge, hopefully before the wedge comes down to the 50% retracement, and we will break both. If we come out, within the next 2 days, we will break the 50% line, and we'll break the falling wedge, and both of those resistances will be broken and should be retested within the next day, and then we're off to moon Lambos. Yeah, we'll be buying our moon Lambos, and honestly, I mean, at this point, the 61.8 line will test, and we're still looking at the same outlook. We're still looking for a 26 to 28 cent new all-time high. I apologize for this view. The original, for some reason, trading view on Binance, like today, just stopped working. Like I hit it and it just does this forever. And if I try to refresh it, it'll turn into BTC on a 2-hour chart and just doesn't do anything. So I have to go back to the original and have to use this, and I don't like it. It doesn't have as much flexibility or movement. So again, sorry about that. I just want to make sure to clarify that. So the falling wedge, I want to go over this pattern real quick. So this falling wedge pattern is a bullish pattern, and I have an example here. So we have that run up, and we had that very strong run up on one, and you start to fall with a dynamic resistance and a dynamic support. And eventually, once you come out of that swing low, you should be able to break this resistance and then move in an uptrend. However, what makes this kind of difficult to really see where we should be breaking out is that we don't have a history at this level. We just don't have any history at this price range. Here the entry was 12 cents. So this wouldn't be, 10 cents wouldn't be a dynamic support resistance for the origin of this coin. I mean, you could put a line there, and I don't even know if it's the origin of the coin or if it's the origin of Binance.us. I would have to get on Binance.com to see, but it looks like it just starts there. In which case, we don't have a swing low to look at. We don't have a resistance line back here to say this has been a support resistance line at 10 cents or at 12.5. We do know that 12.5 seemed to stop this wick here, resistance, and then was a resistance here, but it touched twice and it wasn't really much there to it. The same here at the 10.25. Resistance, and didn't really quite make it, hit a resistance here again. So this will likely become a support. This one is now a resistance. Now we'll have to break the 50% resistance and the wedge at the same time. So guys, keeping this short and sweet, we're still in the bullish pattern. We're still in a very strong range for a retrace range for a strong bullish momentum upswing to come very shortly. I think we are only 2, maybe 3 days away. We might retest the top of this wedge before breaking out of it. So we might have a day of being near the middle. I'd say probably just under this 50% line. And then coming up to test the top of that wedge. Now again, we thought here on the MACD, we thought we might be coming out of sell pressure, Sunday, or was that Sunday? Saturday, coming out of sell pressure Saturday, and then the sell pressure got worse. So the MACD has gone down farther. But what that does give us, it gives us more running room once we start to run. The closer we get our RSI down, the more our MACD is down. You don't want to be ultra low, but right now we're in a pretty good spot. And I'm going to switch this real quick because we are also currently trading just under the 50-day moving average, and we're going to want to come back to that. We're going to want to, the price action is going to want to switch back and come back over the 50-day moving average. So we might follow this line up as a dynamic support as well. We're probably going to come up and hit this, and the 50-day moving average might break us out of this wedge on and of itself. So guys, that's what I got today for one. We're still bullish, still looking good. If you like the video, please like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Until next time guys, peace.